Promising performance against Derby on Wednesday. Can Town get that win today that will lift the hearts of all the Ipswich fans? Come on. Yeah, welcome back guys. So, another game today. Promising performance on Wednesday. But firstly, thanks for watching. Road to 1K is going really well, nearly at 700, hoping to hit 700 this weekend. But don't forget to subscribe. We've got a number of games coming up and the running's going to be really good by the looks of it. So, I'm here with Will anyway. Will, in terms of today mate, what do you reckon?
You know, I think it's a good chance to get some today. After the performance we put in against Derby, I don't see why we can't put something in. That's probably the most complete performance I've seen of Lambert's playing style so far. So, you know, there's no reason why we can't take the game to Stoke today. Yeah.
So we got pretty much the same lineup as last week, but Bishop and Nolan both start today. That's important for us, isn't it, going forward?
Yeah, I think they're two good midfielders. I like Chalobah. I think probably the main defensive midfielder to keep in just because of his size and strength. I like Bishop especially, but I think they both bring something a bit different because they're both slightly more forward driving. Nolan, I think, frustrated everyone at the Norwich game, but I think obviously when he came on, you know, to get the equaliser. But I think not only that, I think he just put in a good performance when he came on against Derby for the majority of the second half. So, you know, I think they're two good players to bring in, and obviously Bishop, you know, finally getting a run of games in about 3 months, fully fit now. Really starting to look like a complete midfielder and one we need to keep hold of.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of result today then mate, what do you reckon?
I think, you know, they've got they've got a good team. Like, although they're struggling, they have got a good team on paper. You know, Benica out front, you know, he's good in this league. Yeah. They've also got obviously Jack Butland, England international in net. But I think, you know, if we take the game to them and play like we did against Derby, I think we can get a win today. I'll predict 2-0.
Brilliant. All right mate, cheers. Right, I'm here with Andy. Andy mate, what do you reckon today?
I'm going for a 2-1 win. I think not a 1-0 draw, but 2-1 win. I think we're always going to concede, and if we can build on last 2 weeks, we're gonna get the win today.
Yeah, I like everyone's optimism today. You know, it's amazing what one performance can do. Norwich, people were saying we played well. Me and you were together on that one. So, you know, for me, you know, you've got to win games. You can't go out, lose 3-0 and say that you played well. But we did play a bit of football at Norwich, and it showed again on Wednesday night. We played Derby off the park at times. Today, I'm not bothered about what Stoke put out. I really think we could get the result, you know, regardless of what they do. In terms of Stoke as an opponent, do you think they've underachieved this season?
Definitely with likes of, you know, Butland in goal, international player. I've read a bit online that's kind of saying that he's fallen to championship levels this season, and he hasn't been performing. So maybe we can score today, and hopefully we'll get that win.
Do you think Butland's international career is pretty much over at this point in time? With regards, yeah, he's not going to jump back into the England squad straight away, is he?
I don't think so. I mean, Southgate did come out and say after the World Cup that he could be looking at championship for players in terms of Butland. So I don't know, maybe he'll leave Stoke at the end of the season, as they're not going to get promoted this year, are they? So
No. Brilliant. Cheers, mate. Right, so I'm here with Amy and Tricia. Girls, atmosphere was brilliant on Wednesday night, and the football is, you know, just as good. What do you reckon we're going to do today?
Win, 100%.
Win? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon we'll give it to them.
2-0?
Yes, that's my prediction as well.
Oh, brilliant. So where do you guys sit?
North Stand lower.
North Stand lower, you know. They love it, don't they?
Yes.
Who do you think's going to be our main man today?
Probably
Nolan.
Oh, I would go.
Let's talk about Nolan actually, girls, because John Nolan's not had the best season. He came in the summer. He's featured a number of times. He's not Town fans' biggest, biggest player. We wouldn't normally consider him as a match winner, but he came in and got that goal as soon as he came on the other day. Do you think we've seen the best out of him yet?
No.
Do you think he can offer more?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So today, do you reckon he'll be that player?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But then I only think it's a super sub, so it's one of them.
Yeah.
I think he's the kind of player who can come on and change a game, but not necessarily from the start. But we'll see.
So if we were to go down, which it looks likely this season, you shook your head there. Do you not think we're
giving
going?
up?
Yeah.
We're not
It's
giving
not
up.
mathematically impossible
No.
yet. You don't give up until
Never
it's
say
over.
die.
That's brilliant.
It's not over till it's over.
I'm a pessimist, so I normally think we're going down. So, if we were to go down, or if we were to stay in this division, do you think those summer signings, the likes of Jackson, Harrison, Nolan, do you think they could, come into fruition next season?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to hope so. I think a couple of them will be shipped out. I can't lie,
Yeah.
because I don't think all our our summer signings weren't up to mark.
Who do you think really is not going to be at Ipswich Town next season?
Jackson,
Really?
because I don't think it's not played a lot.
Do you not think he's a Paul Lambert player?
No, because if he was, then he'd have
I
played
think
a lot
if he's
more
given
than he has.
time.
I think he needs a
If
bit of
he's
time,
given time.
personally, and a bit of
Yeah.
time. He's still young as well. You've got to throw him in. School results today, then, girls. What do you reckon?
Definitely 2-0 to Ipswich.
Yeah, 2-0. Teddy Bishop's going to score one. Got a feeling.
Teddy Bishop, you heard it here first. Cheers for that, girls. Thank you. Right, so I'm here with Alex. Alex, you look really tanned, mate. Where have you come from?
Sydney, Australia.
And why are you all the way here in sunny old Ipswich?
Because Stoke City, Ipswich v Stoke, big game. So come all the way just for that.
Massive game today. Did you manage to catch Ipswich on Wednesday night?
No.
Right, so let me just fill you in. We played really well. It's a 1-1 draw, but today we're all hoping, everyone's hoping that we get a win. I think we can. What do you think will happen today?
I reckon we'll probably get a decent draw. I think it'll be another. So I didn't watch it on Wednesday, but I heard about it. I watched the Norwich game, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be another spirited draw. And I think at the moment, let's accept it. We're down.
Yeah.
But all we got to do right now is pick the players that we know are going to be there next season,
Yeah.
and just start building a team that's going to have momentum into pre-season and into next season. And I think if we can just continue to play decent and just go down fighting and play credibly,
Yeah.
I think we'll do all right.
I think that's it. For once, I'm actually standing here and I'm really agreeing with what you're saying. I think we need to accept that, yeah, we are down, but in the meantime, why don't we play up? Why don't we make the best out of what we've got and play around those players? In terms of the team, who do you really think Town could build a squad around at the moment?
Judge, 100%.
Yeah.
What I've seen of him, he's been absolutely amazing. I'd normally say Dazelle, but there must be a reason why Dazelle's not playing much. So whether we want to cash in on him in pre-season, I'm not sure. But at the moment, I've been really impressed by Judge, and I think he seems to be buying into everything that we're doing. So let's build it around him.
Do you think Lambert's the right man to take us forward?
100%. I wouldn't. Even my best mate's a Norwich fan, and he was like, he'll do really well for you.
Yeah.
He's bought into the philosophy of the club. And I'd say we've not had a manager since Magilton that's felt that kind of connection to the club, and that's what we've needed for so long.
Brilliant. So in terms of results today, mate, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say 1-0. But I think we'll again play really well, and it'll just be a bit of misfortune, or it'll be a defensive mistake that will be Stoke's goal. But I think we'll play well, but I can't see us getting 3 points.
Brilliant. Cheers, Alex. Thanks. Yep. So I'm here with Amy. She's all the way down from Leeds. Amy, the atmosphere it's been really good lately. Portman Road is come alive. I don't, what do you put that down to?
Well, I think Paul Lambert, what he's been doing, the way he's been building everybody up, he's been getting, we talked about it in the Blackburn game, didn't he? His PR is perfect. And whether it is PR or whether it's genuine, I don't really care, because it's working. And I just think everybody's starting to get behind him. I don't know if you've seen on Twitter that some of the fans have started putting a crowdfund together to pay for his fine.
Yeah.
And it just shows how much he's really sort of...
Do you know how much a fine is?
No, I don't. Do you know?
No, not at all. Can't be that hefty if we're raising for it.
I wonder if it'll pay for BT's statue if it ends up
Yeah,
going that way. I don't know, but it's I think if we all put a £5 towards it,
Right, Bluey?
it might take a while to save up to pay his fine, but I think it shows how actually when there were a few nerves before he came, because of him being ex-Norwich, now he's just completely proven he is the right man to do it.
Did you think that this club lacked a manager that could galvanise the support?
Yeah, of course we did. Mick McCarthy was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The sad thing was, he's such a character. He could have been so good.
He was likeable in a sense, but not in terms of connecting with the fans.
No, exactly. And no, he never did he? He never really. It was always, he was slightly separate, whereas Lambert feels like you could imagine him coming into the grounds and watching the game with us, do you know what I mean? Or coming in away games or whatever. And I know he wouldn't, but he feels like part of us, he feels like one of us.
He does. And in terms of this club, if we were to go down, which is a very, it's a high possibility that we would, is he the man that could steer us in the right direction?
Yeah, and I think the fact he's made the commitment to do it now is huge. And with that, hopefully some of the players will follow as well. Obviously, Chambers has already come out and said he wants, I think, when he said that about if he's the one to go down with the ship, he wants to come back up with us as well. That will mean so much if we have him next year. He's going to be a different fucking class next year, isn't he, in that league? So he's going to be amazing, and I think keeping the loyalty of players like that who could stay in this league and keep their wage is going to matter, and it will be Lambert staying because they respect the manager. They quite clearly do because of the difference it's made. But I think as well, a lot of credit should go to people like Blue Action, because of we were talking about it before the game, the effort that's gone into actually organising this and putting the flags on the seats and things like that, and getting groups together before the games. And actually it's not just been a couple of people who've had a few pints and being a bit rowdy at the game. There's a real I
know all the boys, and they work tirelessly every single day. It's not just a one-off thing that happens, but Blue Action have done absolute miracles this season, and they've brought us all together. In terms of the game today, what do you reckon the result will be?
Do you know what? If you'd have asked me 7 days ago, I was not expecting anything at all. I was almost dreading coming down. But after Wednesday night, I think the momentum that we've got from going a goal down against Norwich so early on, to then playing ourselves proud and doing so well on Sunday, and now having played so well against Derby, who everybody put us as a defeat. I didn't expect us to beat Derby. It's always quite nice to beat Derby because I can't stand them anyway. And that in itself, it's all brought us all together, and it must have given the players confidence as well because they played so well. Hopefully that will lead into something, and I hate doing score predictions because I'm never right, but I'm going to go with a 2-0, I think.
Brilliant. Cheers for that, Amy. Right, so I'm here with Don and Lewis again. Boys, were you here on Wednesday night?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What did you make of the game, firstly, Lewis?
I think it's a brilliant game. I thought obviously the first 2 minutes we scored a goal, we considered a goal, but as we got into the game, I think the intensity of what Lambert's bringing to the squad is the players really got it, and when Nolan came on, we got it into the game, and then got the goal, and then we looked like we were going to get another goal. It's just our problem against not scoring goals. But I thought it was a really good game. Intensity and the pressing was clear to see.
It was there, wasn't it? Yeah. Definitely. And in terms, do you think we can carry that into today, Don?
Yeah, I hope so. I think the game on Wednesday was one of the best town games I've been to for many, many years. The atmosphere was superb. The players were playing well. Kane up front with Keane looked good. Judge in the midfield, great performance. I just wished it came as a win, but to be fair, Derby good side, and we did well to get a good point there.
We can take stock against a team like that, a team that are aiming for the playoffs. Let's be realistic. Today, boys, who's going to be that player that we can rely on today? Lewis, firstly.
Judge. I think Judge, in that cam role. I think he's pulling the strings in that area, definitely.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Don?
Yeah, I'm loving Judge at the moment. What a great signing from Paul Lambert. I think that's Lambert's power that got him in for thing. What a great signing! Yeah, so looking forward to seeing him. Absolutely.
If he could pull in maybe a goal or two, maybe a free kick, do you think we've seen the best of Judge just yet?
Not just yet. I think if he gets a goal, if we get any situation near the box, I think he can score straight from a free kick. We saw that against Derby. That shot he had, it was close to the keeper, but if he's nearer, I think he's definitely got a goal in him today. Definitely.
Nice one. Right, and lastly, Don, I'll stay with you, mate. What do you reckon the result will be today?
Well, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Town. I know Stoke are a very good squad still, and really the biggest underachievers in the league, to be fair. They're actually the Premiership team in the Championship, to be fair. And if we can beat them today, it'd be a great result, but I'll go for 2-1.
Brilliant. All right then, cheers for that, boys. Thanks. So, I'm here with Tom. Tom, Wednesday night was a big game for Matthew Peddington. In my mind, he put in a man-of-match performance. What do you make of it?
Yeah, brilliant, weren't he? I mean,
crucial interceptions, a lot of blocks. Reminds me of a Christoph Berra type player.
Yeah, very, very handy in the air, and he was getting everything on the floor. I had to tweet Ipswich Town afterwards to ask whether he could get David Nugent and bloody Martin Maghorn out of his back pocket, but they didn't get back to me on that one.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's quite funny, to be fair.
But in terms of today, do you think Pennington could be that player that could, keep us sure at the back? I know we conceded early on Wednesday night, but do you think we're over that now?
We hope so, don't you? You never know. Lucky break here and there. I mean, the Derby's goal was very lucky, weren't it? I mean, Butt would have caught it most probably if it hadn't taken that deflection, but it didn't threaten after that at all until about the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So hopefully today we can hold out. I mean, Stoke got a really good team.
Yeah.
Let's not put it past them. Mostly the biggest underachievers this season.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Sam Vokes now, have they signed?
Yeah, they bought Vokes for, what was it, 7 million I think it was in the end? Sorry? Oh yeah, Crouch, yeah, swap deal, yeah. And yeah, you got Tom Ince, you got the Butland in goal, like Will said earlier. But in terms of us getting a result today, I think we could actually, pull it off. And I don't think it's about Stoke really. I think it's about us, and if we turn up. Lambert's produced football that doesn't rely on opponents anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And no reason why we can't come and get a result today.
No.
I mean, we played like we played Wednesday night.
Sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, it is, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm here with Dino. Dino, what's the score?
1-1. Bloody hell! I think we deserved the draw, but honestly, Stoke was solid, if not spectacular. If we had a little bit of baiters, we could have beat them. But
so let me stop you there, right?
Yeah, go on. I think we could have beat.
We gifted Stoke their only goal of the game.
Yeah.
And they didn't look dangerous at all.
No.
Dean, the game was there for the taking.
Yeah.
Were we unlucky?
Ash, I think I agree with you, mate. We give them their goal. They weren't going to score in a million years, but were we going to score as well? It was a neutral game, mate. If you ask me, neutral. We weren't good enough to beat them, but they were a solid. You know, they came down, didn't they, from the Premier League? But you know, very disappointing, mate. To be honest with you.
So we've come into this game today full of optimism, and we've got a final minute equaliser there. But you know, we're victims of our own success today. I think going forward, we struggled at times. At other times, we could have done more. But Dean, we just can't win games, mate. Today,
yeah,
we can't win the games.
I think here we go. Got me, fan club. All right, boys. Brian, come in, mate. Yeah. Now I think that game was a classic. Like, you know, we weren't good enough to beat them. Stoke, came down and we played some good football. That's the positives. At those two sides, the football, the free flowing trying to play football was Ipswich, and Stoke are sort of like a bland, boring side. But we can't. You got to take your chances and you got to create chances. So that's what it was. I think a draw was probably a fair result at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agreed with that. So what's our next game, Dino?
Next game is away to Wigan, and 3 points in the bag. Come on, boys.
Until then, come on, you Blues.